Springville High School, where Wasatch is set to take on Springville High School for their Game 2 of the two-game series. Wasatch coming away with a dramatic 12-10 victory on Tuesday after falling behind 9-4. They score 5 runs in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th in order to come away with the victory. And they get that 12-10, improve to 8-4 on the season and move up to number 6 in the RPI standings, moving up to number 6 and knocking on the door of a top 5 ranking. Their opponents today, 3-8. Springville Red Devils going through a tough preseason schedule and showed that they are able to compete against some of the top teams in the state. And they're set to go here on Game 2. Wasatch will have another game tomorrow against the Spanish Fork Dons, that will be at home. And you are listening to the Dairy King pregame show. Throughout the years, the menu at the Dairy King has expanded beyond just the traditional burgers, fries, and shakes to include non-traditional seasonal items and the best gluten-free menu in the state, winners of Best in State over the last 20 years. Also brought to you by UCCU, an organization rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. UCCU, love where you bank. Wasatch is the designated visiting team. We'll go ahead and jump into the Mountain Refined batting lineup, brought to you by Mountain Refined, nestled in the heart of the Heber Valley. Mountain Refined has been a trusted community staple for over 30 years. Our passion lies in serving the community by providing top-notch furniture and flooring solutions. Leading off for the Wasps will be the freshman Austin Brown, playing center field. Batting 2, Braxton Fowler. Batting 3rd, Grant Mahoney. Batting 4th in the cleanup spot, Micah Dahl. 3rd baseman, Bridger Shaw. Batting in the 5 spot. 6th spot will be Blake Sweat. 7th spot, Jack Salmon. 8th spot, Eddie Bluth. And 9th spot will be Kyron Stocking. Key to the victory last game for the Wasps was 9 of their 12 runs being produced by the 6, 7, 8, 9 batters, Sweat, Salmon, Eddie Bluth, and Kyron Stocking. The bottom of the lineup has been good for the Wasps throughout this season. Keys to the game brought to you by Smiles by Design, brightening lives, instilling confidence, and inspiring wellness. Enjoy welcoming, personalized dental care that leaves a lasting impression. Once again, you're listening to the Dairy King pregame show, brought to you by the Dairy King. We'll go ahead and take a break for the national anthem, and we'll be back with the top of the first after this.
Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious Train Burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the Train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Welcome back to Wasatch High School Baseball, taking on once again Springville High School. It's top of the first, brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. When it comes to your health, you deserve quality and effective care at Physical Heber Valley. We work with you to understand your health and wellness goals and create a customized plan to get your desired outcome. Leading off here in the top of the first, Austin Brown, Braxton Fowler, and Grant Mahoney. Brown and Fowler combined for 8 of the 12 RBIs in the last game, again, thanks to the bottom half of the lineup for Wasatch, who produced 9 of their 12 runs. Wasatch today wearing their yellow top, gray bottom uniforms and the three-color hat. Springville wearing the off-white with red hat, similar to a St. Louis Cardinals look here for the Red Devils. On the mound for the Red Devils will be Logan Sitterud. 5.73 ERA in 11 innings pitched, 11 walks, and 6 Ks in those 11 innings. Walk an inning, but has been the workhorse for the Red Devils this season. Springville recently moved their fence in, 315 down the lines, 375 to center. About 20 feet shorter on each of those spots than Wasatch's home field. Wasatch again coming in 8-4 on the season, good for number 6 in the RPI standings. A quick update of the region standings. Wasatch, Maple Mountain, Cedar Valley, and Salem Hills all getting wins in their opening region matchup. On Tuesday, Maple Mountain beat Spanish Fork 6-0. Cedar Valley got a 24-10 victory over Timpview. Salem Hills beat Orem 12-9. Salem Hills only 2-8 going into region play, but does get the 12-9 victory over the number 2 team in the RPI standings. Maple comes in number 1 in the RPI. Orem number 2, Wasatch number 6. And then number 10 is Cedar Valley. Other rankings, Timpview number 18, Spanish 19. This Springville team, who again is 3-9, number 22, and Salem Hills at 3-8 is number 23. Austin Brown now into the box on the left-hand side. 439 batting average, 18 runs scored, and 18 RBIs. Leads the team in all of those categories, and 7 extra base hits and a home run. Nice pitch below the knees for strike one to get this game started. Once again, opening pitch brought to you by Mountain Refined. Working out of the stretch is Sitterud, the tall right-hander, wearing number 22, comes set on the turf mound and home plate. This is going to be swung on a little bit inside. It's going to be a slow roller to the second baseman, fields it cleanly, throws it to first base for the first out of the inning. Turf on the mound and at home plate, and then grass in the regular infield here at Springville High School. Now hitting is Braxton Fowler, also hitting above 400 on the season. 12 runs scored, 11 RBIs, 1 extra base hit. Was 1 for 3 with a run scored and 3 RBIs on Tuesday. Sophomore steps in, playing shortstop today. First pitch of the at-bat's going to be low for ball 1. Grant Mahoney on deck. Also 1 for 3 on Tuesday. Sitterud comes back set. A little bit of a shift up the middle by the shortstop. The pitch swung on. This one's going to be elevated in foul territory down the right side. First baseman drifting over, and will not be able to make the play. Foul ball. 1-1 now the count. One ball, one strike behind the dish for Springville. Catching Sitterud will be Preston Hansen once again. Had a nice day at the plate and a nice job behind the dish. Throwing out Wasatch's lone stolen base attempt in the game yesterday. Braxton back into the box with the 1-1 count, 1 away. Just getting started here in the top of the first at Springville High School. Nice day, around the 70s, light breeze. This is going to be swung on, another hard ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman fields it clean, throws it to first, 2 away on 2 4-3 putouts. It's going to bring up Graham Mahoney, 324 on the season, 3 runs scored, 9 RBIs, including 5 extra base hits. Hitting in the 3 spot. One of 4 seniors that hit back-to-back on 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Kyron Stocking, also a senior in the lineup, hitting at number 9. Mahoney into the box on the right-hand side. The pitch from Sitterud bounces on the grass before the turf. Missed way low on that one. That'll be ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Sitterud comes set, delivers the 1-0. That one swung on. That's a line drive to the right center field gap. Center fielder's not going to be able to get to it. Does cut it off to avoid the extra base hit. But Wasatch has their first hit of the game on the single to the opposite way from Grant Mahoney. See if Wasatch can produce with 2 outs. It'll bring up Micah Dahl, also hitting above 300, a 312 batting average. 9 RBIs, including an RBI in the game on Tuesday. Also has a double on the season. 1 for 4 on Tuesday for Dahl. Mahoney takes lead at first base. Sitterud gets the sign. Has been working out of the stretch for the entirety of this first inning. Slight leg kick, misses low for ball 1. On deck, Bridger Shaw, third baseman, hitting .333 on the season. Wasatch has done a great job at the plate this season and scoring another double-digit runs on Tuesday with the 12-10 victory. Swung on off the ankle of Dahl. 1-1 now the count. Dahl back into the box. Sitterud back onto the mound. Again, 2 outs, runner on first. No score here in the top of the first. Wasatch taking on Springville. Sitterud steps off the back of the mound. Doesn't throw over to first, and we'll reset. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sitterud comes set. The pitch goes to the off speed, bounces off the dish. 4 ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Two on the count with 2 away. The pitch. That one misses low as well. So a 3-1 count now with the runner on first base after Wasatch gets the first 2 guys out. Now putting a little bit of pressure and getting the pitch count up here for Sitterud. Sitterud again averages a walk an inning so far this season. 11 walks on 11 innings pitched. The 3-1. That one misses low and outside. 2 base runners now here for the Wasps. First and second. 2 outs, and it's going to bring up Bridger Shaw. Stat of the day brought to you by Matt Mahoney. 15 RBIs for Bridger Shaw on the season. That's second best on the team. 12 of those 15 RBIs coming with 2 outs this season. 80% of his RBIs coming with 2 outs. He's got an opportunity right here with 2 away and a duck on the pond on second base. Tyson Dahl will come in to run for older brother Mike Dahl as a speed-up runner. And Bridger Shaw will step into the box. Top of the first, no score. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Catcher calls timeout. Sitterud will come set. First pitch of the at-bat. Right below the knees. Umpire gives it to him for a strike. 0-1 now the count. Blake Sweat on deck for Wasatch. Bridger 0 for 3 with a walk on Tuesday. Also started on the mound for Wasatch. It's no 1 count. Sitterud, 1 look, delivers. Outside, ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Looked momentarily like umpire was going to give it to him, but it is outside. 1-1 now the count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Sitterud once again coming set. Takes 1 look. Delivers. Off speed. Bridger goes after it up above the belt. Misses, and that'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sitterud taking his time getting the sign. Now comes set. Good leads from both Mahoney and Dahl. The 1-2 bounces in front of the dish. Both runners will stay put. Good job from the catcher Henson of smothering it. Moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Deuces here for Shaw. Again, 12 of the 15 RBIs this season coming with 2 outs. He's got an opportunity here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sitterud, 1 look delivery once again. Swung on. It goes the opposite way. That's going to fall. Grant Mahoney's going to round third, and Bridger Shaw does it again. Tyson Dahl will advance from second to third, and Wasatch takes the 1-0 lead on yet another RBI with 2 away from Bridger Shaw. Does a good job of going the opposite way with the swing, and Wasatch takes the 1-0 lead. Ground out, then single, walk, single, and Wasatch has a run on the board. It's going to bring up Blake Sweat, 432 on the year, 14 runs scored, 15 RBIs, 6 extra base hits, was 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and a double on Tuesday. Runners on the corners, 2 away. That one just below the knees, gets the called strike. Nice pitch there. Umpire staying consistent on calling that one just below the knees. Jack Salmon on deck. Blake Sweat once again into the box. An 0-1 count here for Sitterud. Late kick delivers. Swing and a miss. Sweat behind the fastball. Now moves the count to 0 balls, 2 strikes. Wasatch didn't get their first lead in the series until the 5th inning on Tuesday. They take an early lead here. Runner's going to step off, and he's just going to take second base, and the ball goes into the outfield on the throw, and Wasatch produces another run on the first third offensive play, and it's 2-0 for Wasatch. Nice leave early there from Shaw, and the pitcher just slow, didn't get there in time. He ends up throwing it late. Shaw was going to be safe the whole way. Shortstop gets caught off guard, and it goes into center field, and Tyson Dahl able to come in and score. It's 2-0 Wasatch. They're able to put up a cricket number here in the top of the first with 2 away, both runs coming after Wasatch had the first 2 guys out. Duck on the pond here for Blake Sweat, an 0-2 count, the pitch. That one misses low. Shaw's going to try to take third, and he'll do it. Bridger Shaw with the aggressive base running, and Wasatch with a runner on third with 1-2 count and 2 away. Sweat back into the box with a runner on third. 1-2 the count. Sitterud sets, delivers, misses low and outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Back to deuces here for Sweat. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, blowing in from left field towards right field. The 2-2 to Sweat. Once again, misses low and outside, fills up the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here for Sweat. Got down 0-2, 3 straight balls, fills up the count at 3-2. Sitterud sets, delivers the 3-2. Gets it on the outside corner for strike 3, and that will end the inning. 2 runs come in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. It's 2-0 Wasps going into the bottom of the first.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the first, brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. Knows you value strength and reliability. Our utility trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo for your business, dump trailers for tough jobs, or open trailers for everything in between. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers stands tall. Visit them at mountainwesttrailer.com. Lydiard, Tingy, Van Sickle up for Springville here in the bottom of the first. Wasatch opting to go with junior Max Livingston on the mound. Wasatch scoring 2 in the top of the first to take the 2-0 lead. Livingston on the season, a 4.2 innings pitched, a 13.5 ERA, has struggled with command, had 9 walks in those 4 2/3 innings, does have 3 strikeouts. Lydiard comes in, 1.36 ER batting average, 4 RBIs on the season for the leadoff guy playing in left field. Lydiard into the box on the left-hand side with the 3-0 count. The pitch, that one's in there for strike one. 3-1 now the count.
What a good job by this team in the top half of the first, Tyler, to go with 2 outs, nobody on, and be able to produce 2 runs in that scenario. Just continue to use that word, fight and grit, from this team.
That one misses just outside and up, and Springville has their first base runner. Springville able to produce runs in every inning but 2 on Tuesday. The 5th inning and the 7th inning were the only goose egg innings that Wasatch was able to produce.
Ty, you like to joke that this is maybe unfamiliar territory Wasatch doesn't like to be in, being up early on in this game. They've been the comeback kids at this point during the course of the season.
That one right at the belt for strike one.
Obviously, that's more of a joke, Ty. It's always nice to be on the right side of the scoreboard, but they've not been intimidated when they've gotten down in this season.
How about that shot from the stat from Bridger, Ty? 12 out of the 15, now 13 out of his 16 RBIs coming with 2 outs.
That's huge, Ty. When you've got a senior that can come through for you like that, it's not just getting the hits with 2 outs, Tyler, but it's really a culture player, isn't it? I mean, all the younger guys are watching that when we get on the field, when we got 2 outs, it's not over. We're going to go produce some runs.
It's a 1-1 count with nobody out. Squared bunt here from Tingy. He'll pull back, another 2-1 count. Nobody out. Wasatch already with 1 walk. Base runner on first base. Springville was aggressive on the base pass on Tuesday. 2-1 the count. Livingston working out of the stretch. Slide step delivery. Swing and a miss to Tingy. Moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tingy looked like he wasn't necessarily fooled by that breaker, Tyler, but wasn't close to hitting it either. Interesting to see if Max goes back to that one.
The 2-2 goes back to it. This one's fouled off, out of play. Keeps the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out.
Venue looking nice here, Tyler. Yeah. Springville, the facilities. It seems like it's been never-ending construction over the last few years here, but
new little press box here for Springville. It's really nice, and the net,
space, concrete. But those old
new dugouts as well.
Are gone, Ty. Now up above the ground and fenced in.
2-2 once again goes high. That one fouled off once again. Keeps the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I always loved the Springville field too, Ty. The grass and the dirt, really nice. And kind of sad looking behind the dish here. You can tell the construction's beat it up a little bit in the grass behind the plate. Looks good out there on the field, but behind the catcher here, a little beat up.
2-2 high and inside. Brushes Tingy back. Fills up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Livingston out of the stretch, delivers the payoff. Runner goes, ball 4, won't matter. Back-to-back walks here for Livingston, and Springville has 2 runners on with nobody out.
It's a different look at this field than if you were here over the last 10 to 20 years, Ty. You already mentioned in the top of the first, the fence is being brought in quite a bit. I think they were 340 down the line here in Springville before they brought the fences in. So got about 25 feet in, and it's center. It was 410 to center field before that, Ty. So they were down to 375. It's a monster job bringing that in. Bunt.
Van Sickle squares to bunt, right, Ty?
Yeah,
and pops
bunt
it up.
Pops straight up there, Ty. Sorry, had you looking down for just a moment, and that bunt goes straight up and is exactly what the doctor ordered for Wasatch, getting the easy out. Tough play for a catcher to jump up and locate that and make that. Good job from Micah.
It's going to bring up Reed Deedy, 290 on the season, 2 RBIs, hitting in the cleanup spot. Big right-hander playing center field today for the Red Devils. Fowler playing well into the hole on the 5-6 side. First pitch is swung on and fouls it off. Livingston settling in, back-to-back strikes here from the junior.
Ty, it's kind of an interesting call for Springville to bunt there, right? Your 4-hitter up, your pitcher's struggling to locate. You've got 2 walks, and they kind of gift Wasatch an out. And wasn't even going necessarily for a drag bunt. That was an earlier square, Tyler, and just a curious call, one that obviously backfired on the coaches here on that one.
It's a 1-1 count, 1 away. Reed Deedy back into the box. Livingston, a 1-look delivery, goes back to the fastball, fouled straight back into the backstop for strike 2. Wasatch again with the shift on as we go through the defensive starters. Already mentioned Livingston on the mound and Dahl behind the dish. The 1-2 delivery upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Wasatch still looking for their first out. Grant Mahoney at first base. Jack Salmon at second. Fowler at short. Third base, Bridger Shaw. Left field, Kyron Stocking. Center field, Austin Brown. And right field is Eddie Bluth. The 2-2 goes with the off speed. Right on that one. Just goes foul on a hard line drive. 1 out away. Wasatch did have the bunt pop up out. 2-2 still the count. Your hockey team was eliminated last night.
Well, it was a matter of time, Tyler. They
hung on for a while.
Did okay, but tell you what, the Blues got hot. That's who they were really chasing. And no chance. Not the Blues, excuse me.
Wild, right?
Yeah, the Wild. Blues for a while were in the mix.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Max Livingston, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more.
Yeah, good job from Max to settle down, Tyler. You get that first out, and maybe the pressure gets off the shoulders a little bit, bounces back, gets the strikeout on the number 4 hitter. Got to make one more good pitch here to get out of this inning without giving up any runs.
It's going to bring up the first baseman, Kaysen Torres, 375 on the year with 4 RBIs. He'll take strike 1.
Ty, the elimination of the hockey club might not be the biggest story. The Jazz pulled off an overtime win to much of their fans' dismay last night and might have surrendered that number 1 overall pick.
0-1, fouled off, an 0-2 count. Livingston doing a good job of battling back after the first 2 walks. Got a pop-out bunt and a strikeout. Now is up 0-2 with 2 away.
This is great for Max, Tyler, and it's all about building confidence right now. He's got a great arm, live arm. He's got good stuff as far as breaking pitches. Just got to get him comfortable with his balance and throwing strikes.
The 0-2 went upstairs, just misses. That'll move the count to 1-2.
That's a nice idea. Good spot. Going with the heater up and out. And that was appealing, Tyler. That one right around the zone. You're hoping that the hitter will offer at that and swing outside the zone.
1-2, he offers it that one. Back-to-back Ks. Coach McCoy's fired up. And Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. It's a 2-0 lead for Wasatch going into the second.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the second, brought to you by Heber Valley Chamber, who exists to build and be a part of a community where residents, visitors, and businesses thrive. Our mission is to promote tourism, connect businesses, and unite our community. Salmon Bluth Stocking up for Wasatch, 7-8-9. Between the 3 of them, 8 runs scored on Tuesday.
That's
Salmon,
not bad.
235 on the season, but up above 400 on his on-base percentage. 12 runs scored for the sophomore. He's going to swing at the first pitch. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it clean, throws it across the diamond in time. 1 pitch, 1 away. It's definitely a field tie that you got to hit it on the money on a ground ball in order to get it through the infield. Usually the infield, pretty thick grass. It's going to eat up the ground balls. seen that early on from Wasatch on a couple of ground balls that looked pretty good off the bat, but just died as soon as they hit that grass. Different than the turf that Wasatch used to playing
it's
on.
a different element, right? You get the home field advantage there on the turf where a lot of those ground balls squeak through. Here, the ball's going to die in the grass, but Ty, it can also be an advantage when it gets to the outfield. It's going to kill the ball down early, and if you've got some speed, which Wasatch does, you can look to steal some extra bases with the ball dying in the grass.
It's an 0-1 count here to Eddie Bluth. Bluth 2 for 2, 2 runs scored and 2 walks. Was 4 for 4 on getting on base on Tuesday. A .280 batting average, 16 runs scored, 2 RBIs and a triple on the season. Again, we've brought it up numerous times. 46 runs scored between these 7, 8, 9 hitters for Wasatch on the season.
It's such a weapon, Ty, and it's why they've had such a successful year so far. It's because the bottom half of their lineup is producing.
It's almost 4 runs a game between these 3 guys at the bottom half of the bottom of the lineup.
And to put that in a little bit more perspective, that's over what Wasatch was averaging runs per game last year as a team total over the course of their games.
3-1 now the count to Bluth.
Ty, they had, I think, 91 runs last year over the course of the season in 25-plus games. And so, I mean, the bottom half of the lineup is producing more runs than the entire team did last year.
It's a 3-1 count here to Bluth on the left-hand side of the batter's box. The pitch swung on. That'll foul off into the backstop. Fills up the count at 3-2.
Now, you score runs because the top of the lineup's knocking them in, too. When they get on base, Ty, the top of the lineup's producing and getting the job done. But the real weapon is these guys and their on-base percentage, what they've been able to do.
Full count here to Bluth. Wasatch leading 2-0. That one's low and another walk. That's the second walk of the day for Sitterud. Again, he averages a walk an inning, holding true to that stat, and that'll bring up Kyron Stocking. 400 batting average, 18 runs scored, leads the team with Austin Brown in that category. 9 RBIs and a double, was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs on Tuesday. Top of the order on deck. Bluth. That one misses low and outside for ball 1. Is this the best look, Ty, that Wasatch has? I really like this look.
Yellow and gray?
I really like this look.
Those all blacks are pretty nice.
Still like
I think I take
like
the all black
black
over the yellow and gray. Yeah.
The 1-0 goes back inside, misses inside. 2-0 now the count.
I missed the white Houston Astros one that they had.
You like that?
They don't have that anymore. I think I'd take that over all of them. I like that look a lot. Best uniform Wasatch has ever had, though. I mean, they've been through the pinstripes, the cutoff sleeves.
2-0 misses inside as well at 3-0.
The mesh yellows back in the day.
Yeah.
Back, I think, 10 to 12, they had the full uni, but the piping, right? Almost like the Atlanta Braves look that went across, and the piping down at those looked pretty good, too. Heavy uniforms, though, when they had those.
They were heavy. 3-0 the count. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count to Stocking. Can I just be impartial to what we wore, the old traditional pinstripes?
Just simple W
simple
on the
W.
left chest and pinstripes.
3-1. I really like this yellow look, though. The 3-1. That one misses. That's going to be the second walk of the inning. Bluth's going to advance to second. This is a deep backstop. You get tempted sometimes to take 2.
Curious if
Good
they would
hustle
move
there.
the backstop up under all the construction, Ty, and they didn't. I think it's part of their home field here. They wanted the deep back stop. It gives you a lot of room to go get foul balls. But if you don't have a catcher that can put it in front of them, or you got wild pitchers, Tyler, it can be devastating to you.
It's going to earn the first Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound here for the Springville Red Devils. This is where Wasatch was. This situation seems like deja vu. First 2 guys on, and now Austin Brown, the leadoff guy, coming up. He took advantage of those opportunities to 5 RBIs for the freshman on Tuesday, and he now has 18 RBIs on the season and 7 extra base hits. One of those hits on Tuesday, a triple down the line, and also had a double. Was 2 for 4 with a double and a triple.
Machine, Tyler. He keeps producing triple after triple this year. And the 1 home run to go with it. But, Ty, what's harder, a home run or a triple?
Probably a triple, right?
You look at the bigs. Yeah, triples are far less familiar than home runs are. High school, it seems like home runs are a little less familiar.
You mentioned, Ty, on Tuesday, you've been impressed with Brown. A little bit of an adjustment.
Yeah.
A lot more on a line at home these last couple of games. Wouldn't mind seeing a moonshot here in Springville.
Yeah, this is the time, I think, to let the bat head out and eat, Ty. See if you can get yourself something elevated to that right center part of the field.
First and second, 1 away. Pitch, that one misses low and inside for ball 1.
But I think that's what I like about what Brown's doing, Tyler, is he seems to have a really good situational understanding of when to let it go and when to be a little bit more disciplined and controlled at the plate. I think you and I both agree this would be a time where you've got nowhere to put him. He's going to have to come at him with a fastball at some point. And I think you just sit dead red looking for that fastball and get that bat headed out and put a good swing on it.
No wind right now. Flag in center field, completely dead. The 1-0 inside, misses. That'll move the count to 2-0.
And this is the pitch right here, Tyler. 2-0, runners on first and second, only one out. You're more than likely 9 out of 10 times a fastball coming. So if you're Brown, you're sitting on the fastball, and if you get the spot you want, just really get after it.
The 2-0. Swung on, and he was just ahead of it, Ty. You almost called two.
He got what he wanted, but
new windows over at the new school of Springville probably got knocked out on that one. 2-1 now the count.
You think he's going to come back with that fastball there, Ty? The most logical pitch if you're on the mound is change up there, right? When you're out that far in front and you've shown a hard fastball, you come back with a similar look and hope that he swings over it because you're changing speeds, taking 5 to 10 miles an hour off. So if Sitteroo's got a change up, that's what you'd throw here.
Heavy shift to the right side here against Brown. The 2-1 goes downstairs, misses off the plate. 3-1 now the count. Hanson continuing to be a good backstop here for Springville. Braxton Fowler on deck. Both of these two grounded out to second base in their first ABs. It's a 3-1 count to the freshman. Sitteroo sets, one look, delivers. And no, nice pitch, low and inside. Good take there from Brown.
That's a good spot.
He looked like he thought it was a strike and just didn't like it on the 3-1.
Yeah, and I always kind of like that as a hitter when you wanted to hit, but it wasn't the one you wanted to offer. Yeah, that's okay. You call it a strike because go get the next one, right? 3-2, get another chance to put the ball in play.
Full count, one away. Runners on first and second. The payoff. Swung on, a hard ground ball foul.
Oh, this is a great play from the coach over there at first base, Ty. Stuck it really in defense for his own life.
I was going to say, with hitters, there's been hitters, Ty, the Wasatch has had that you scoot back a little bit when they're up. And he's playing a little tight for me.
Who are the top of those lists when those hitters are up?
Tag Baxter was one for me.
Tag, Peyton Swap.
You scooted back a step.
Noah Turley. Yep, those are some of the bats. Austin's in that boat too, Ty.
Another payoff pitch is going to be up in the zone. Austin's able to get a piece of it. Survives, and we'll keep the count at 3-2.
That pitch had its timing off a little bit there, Tyler. You could see not quite right on the timing. That's a good job to foul it off so we can get another one. Get a little more on time here.
Still full count. Center fielder playing heavy right center field. Left fielder shifting way over to the left center field gap. The payoff pitch. He gets him to chase upstairs for strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Sitteroo. Wasatch now has 2 away with runners on first and second.
I'm not so sure that pitch was intentional up there, Tyler, but it's effective when you've seen fastball, as Brown had, and then you get one that kind of starts looking at the top of the zone, and you don't want to let something go by you at a full count. And it's just hard to lay off that pitch, even though that was almost certainly ball 4, Ty, had he not swung at it.
He's going to bring up Fowler, again grounded out to the second baseman in his first at bat, hovering around 400 on the year. Lead off speed pitch is at the belt for strike 1.
It's maybe generous to call that at the belt, Ty.
Thought it was a little bit further up from that.
I thought it was a little more up. By the time we got to the catcher, it's at the belt, but should be calling when it crosses home plate.
The 0-1. Fowler's going to come through. It's a base knock to the right center field gap. Wasatch continuing to produce with 2 away. Fowler's going to slide in with a 2-out, 1 RBI double, and Wasatch now leads 3-0.
Well, I like a lot about that, Tyler. Obviously, the swing and the hit, excellent from Braxton there. But reading the outfield, Tyler, that ball in the gap, and Braxton takes a peek, and the outfield's lining up, and they're relaying to go to third base. Had they gone to second, Tyler, Braxton's going to be dead in the water. That's an easier throw to second base, and they had him by a significant margin, but no one's there to receive it at second base. So Braxton just easily trots into second. Stocking sits at third, and now you got a chance to get 2 on the next base knock.
It's going to be up Graham Mahoney. He singled to that same spot in his first at bat. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. 4 RBIs in the series now for Fowler. Mahoney's going to swing at this one. That'll go foul, so an 0-2 count now here to Mahoney. That was Blue's 3rd run scored in the series. Runners on second and third, 2 away. Wasatch with 1 run in already this inning. All 3 runs for Wasatch coming with 2 outs. Sitterud, 1 look delivers again. Swung on, is down the right field side. Foul. Keep the count at 0-2. Mahoney, a good contact guy. It's really tough to get a ball by him with 2 strikes. Sounds like they just announced to not chase into the construction zone. Springville building a new high school down the right field side. Sounds like there's a treasure trove of baseballs over there, Ty.
Sandlot, if you will.
The 0-2 goes back to the off-speed. That's a base knock down the third base side. That's going to be another 2-out, 2 RBI double for Wasatch, and they take now a 5-0 lead.
What a beautiful thing to watch this team produce with 2 outs, seniors coming through in the clutch for you. It's really something to be excited about here, Tyler. The seniors producing, and then the young guys on the team that are, I would say, ahead of schedule, the way you'd look at the way this team is built. And that's when you get special seasons that start unfolding, Tyler, when you got your older upperclassmen that are producing and young guys ahead of schedule. Those turn into really, really special years.
Misses outside to Micah Dahl, who had a 2-out RBI himself in Game 1 of the series in the bottom of the first. He walked and scored in the first inning. It's a 1-0 count. Mahoney, pretty good lead at second base. That one again low, misses. 2-0 now the count. Sitterud's been a 1-look deliver guy. See if Wasatch starts taking advantage of that at second base.
Yeah, Ty, it's something to watch later on in the game. Right now it'd be maybe an unnecessary risk with 2 outs and already in scoring position.
The 2-0, that one misses as well. Man, Hanson doing a heck of a job back here. That's a tough one. He's able to keep that one in front. 3-0 now the count.
Yeah, the catcher Springville there, Hanson, Ty, really nice player. I think I kept crediting that he was the DH last time when he was catching, and he's been a nice piece here for Springville. It's not easy, but we have mentioned it's kind of a luxury as a catcher to be blocking on the turf too. A little bit different.
The 3-0 in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Again, 2 away. Wasatch 2 runs scored in the first, 3 in the second, all coming with 2 outs. The 3-1. Mahoney's going to go on the 3-1. It's another ball in the dirt. Mahoney's going to be safe at third. So runners on the corners, and that's going to bring another trip to the mound from the Springville pitching coach. We'll go ahead and take a break as it's going to be our pitching change. Wasatch leading 5-0 here in the top of the second.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group. Yeah, we do that.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Peak.
Pitching change brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Located at 2nd North Main in Camas. Wasatch leading 5-0. Now on the mound for Springville Red Devils will has 2 walks and 2 Ks in the second and third now with a 2-0 count.
Yeah, I love that. I love that play there, Tyler. Get a couple guys in scoring position with Bridger, who's been so good with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. It's also probably the right call to not try to send Grant there, Ty, because you do have so much faith and trust in Bridger. Just let him have a chance to knock it in.
I was looking at the reaction from Coach McCoy, and I'm not sure at third base they knew Tyson was going on. That might have been why Mahoney stayed at third.
Well, I like the aggressive running from Tyson over there. I would have sent him too, Ty.
2-0 now the count. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Wasatch leading 5-0 here in the top of the second. Mayo sets, delivers. That one misses outside. Now a 3-0 count.
So what you're seeing here with Mayo, Ty, is this is just a balanced release point issue. He's missed up, he's missing outside, and it's just he's struggling with his release point. Once he gets balanced, that thing's going to be around the zone and be hittable, but right now he's just all over the place.
3-0, he gets the green light. This one's going to be elevated to right field. Right fielder settles underneath it, makes the play, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Wasatch scores 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base, 5-0 going into the bottom of the second.
Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
A home equity line of credit from UCCU makes it easy to access the equity in your home. And right now, UCCU is offering home equity lines of credit with no fees or closing costs. With increased home values, there is more equity to use for whatever you need. A wedding, a remodel, or whatever comes up. It's your equity, so it's entirely up to you. Start your application or learn more at uccu.com. Low rates, no fees, faster than ever. UCCU, love where you bank.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the second, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the valley. Stop on into their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Hugh Red's going to come up, and he's going to hammer one to left field on the first pitch. First hit of the day for the Red Devils.
That's the best barrel of the day from either team, Tyler. That ball was on the screws, and it got on stocking a little quicker than I think he anticipated. He kind of had to jerk the arm out to keep that ball in front of him. Snagged it, no problem, got it in quick, but that ball was hit very hard.
It's going to bring up the DH. Xander Oakey was not in the lineup yesterday, was in relief pitching-wise. He's going to step in on the left-handed side of the batter's box. .250 batting average with 1 RBI. Springville now with the runner on to lead off both innings. Still looking for their first one. Again, Wasatch leading 5-0, but a 12-10 first game. Both of these teams can put up runs. Nice swing and a miss here from Oakey. Moves the count to 1-1.
Yeah, Springville swung it pretty well against Wasatch there on Tuesday's game, Ty, but the runs that were produced very much because of the walks. So if Wasatch can just play clean, Max can do a good job keeping them off the base pass from walks, I think this team should be okay.
Mentioned hits. Ty, 11 hits for Springville on Tuesday. And followed that up with 5 walks. That's how they were able to produce those 10 runs.
Yeah, and then 3 errors from Wasatch as well,
right.
Tyler. So the freebies just were an issue in that one.
1-2 count, pickoff move from Livingston, not in time. One-two count, nobody out. Big left-hander gets into the box once again. Livingston delivers the 1-2, goes upstairs, misses. 2-2 now the count.
Nice to have a sunny day for baseball down here at Springville.
Exactly.
I feel like when we're usually down at Springville, you either get snow, rain, hail,
wind.
It's
a nice
this
day.
Is about as good as a day for baseball as you could ask for.
Swung on, fouled into the dugout on the Wasatch side.
That was a good pitch from Max, Tyler. Tried to pull the string and nearly got it underneath the bat of Oakey.
It's a 3-2 or 2-2 count, Ty?
2-2 is what I got.
2-2. Scoreboard says 3-2. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Livingston Delivers on the slide step. Another foul ball. Keeps the count at 2-2. Quick shout out to a couple of updates, Ty. The boys soccer team played Cedar Valley, got a big 7-2 victory. They're now, or still, number 3 in the RPI standings, 7-1 on the season, 5-0 in region play. Inside fastball gets them looking. That's strikeout number 3 for Livingston. Again, strikeouts brought to you by Gravity Coalition. 1 away.
That was a big boy sequence there from Max Tyler. 3 pitches ago, the breaking ball that's tight and going below the barrel. Then he went outside fastball that Okie fouled off. And then he came in on the black on the inside with the fastball. That's really hard for a hitter to go curve, outside, inside. That was an excellent sequence.
Nice piece of hitting here from the number 8 hitter, Hansen, the catcher. He's going to go with the off-speed pitch the opposite way. It's going to go all the way to the right field wall. Throw in from Bluth to Salmon is going to keep the runner at second, but the first run of the game for Springville comes in on the RBI double from Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen's been a demon here for Wasatch in this series, Tyler. Just on the barrel early and finding his way on base. Often doing it with runners in scoring position.
385 average for Hansen coming in today. He now has 8 RBIs to lead Springville, hitting in that number 8 spot. Finish my thought, Tyler, on the soccer team. They play at Salem Hills today, and then they're home against Farmington on Saturday. How about Jaden Cosper, Ty, in 8 games, 12 goals and 6 assists for the senior.
Well, he's living up to the hype that surrounds him, Tyler. He's noted as one of the best players in the entire state. Scored the winning goal in the state championship last year, and he's following it up, Tyler, by living up to the talk. Team's got a chance to repeat, 3rd time in a row.
5-1 the score here after the first run comes in on the RBI double from Hansen. First pitch is going to be swung on to deep left center field. Brown's going to settle underneath it on the center field side, makes the play, and there's now 2 away. Brings us back to the top of the order. Eli Lydiard will come up. The left fielder walked in his first at bat. Has 4 RBIs on the season and has an RBI opportunity here with the runner on second. Wasatch going with a heavy shift to the right side. Salmon playing in the 3-4 hole. Fowler holding the runner on at second base, playing directly behind him. First pitch is going to be swung on. Line drive foul down the right side for strike 1.
Ty, was intriguing earlier on when you were talking about the RPI standings here for our region. And Salem, you said, knocked off Orem, right?
Yeah,
so
12-9.
It's just when you get to region play, you just can't assume anything's going to go the way it should on paper. Orem number 2, Salem down in the mid-20s, knocking off Orem. And so Ty, here in this, Wasatch number 6, Springville 22, you just can't sleepwalk if you're Wasatch. This Springville team's going to keep coming at you.
1-1, fouled off, moves the count to 1-2. Yeah, Maple with a win over Spanish. Cedar Valley with a win over Timpview. Orem losing to Salem Hills. Were your update from the region. Another nice pitch nearly takes Livingston's head off. It's going to be a ground ball to center fielder. Brown's going to come up trying to throw out the at home. Just up, not able to handle it, and another run comes in. Another 2-out RBI single here from Springville, and it's now 5-2.
Yeah, Brown certainly had a chance, Tyler, there to get the outfield assist. That's a really tough play for the catcher. If you look how that ball came in, it was a short hop and dragging him up the line. One thing that often happens is people talk a lot about infielders, your middle infield being good at the short hop, but really the best short hop guy on the team should be the catcher. And that's exactly why, but that's a tough one when you're dragging up the line into potential contact. And Ty, it actually kind of turned into an in-between hop, the way that Dahl was having to come up the line. And just a really tough ball for a catcher to handle. But Wasatch had the time and the space to throw that runner out at home.
Runner on first, 2 away. Ball in the dirt. Dahl does a good job bouncing, keeps the runner at first base. 1-0 the count. It is Caden Tingy, the second baseman. 3:45 on the season, walked in his first at bat. Hitting on the right-hand side. The 1-0, runner goes. It's going to be hit and run. Ball is going to be fielded foul. For strike 1, runner will go back to first base. 1-1 the count.
One thing to Mike's credit there, Tyler, on that last play that was such a challenge is sometimes you get greedy as a catcher too, and he didn't try to go out and reach out and do something crazy, too fancy of a play, and let the ball get by you to that deep backstop, and then you'd have a runner in scoring position again. Instead, keeping it in front and surrendering that run, you have 2 hits you need in a row to score a run.
4 hits on the inning now as Tingy is going to go up the middle for a line drive single. Again, 4th hit of the inning. Runners on first and second as we go to the number 3 hitter, Van Sickle.
And I guess that comment's timely there, Tyler, because if Dahl maybe gets a little aggressive and the ball gets by him, that knock right there is slow enough to center. That runner's scoring from second almost certainly on that play. So those to me are the little details that Wasatch is being coached incredibly well to not surrender big moments in innings and just try to minimize the damage. And it's tough statistically to get 3 hits in a row.
385, 7 RBIs, had a pop-out bunt in his first AB yesterday. Van Sickle going 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored on 2 walks and 2 RBIs. Had a good day at the plate for the Red Devils. Fouls off the first pitch. It's an 0-1 count with 2 away. Livingston, a couple of looks, delivers. This one's going to be elevated to shallow center field. Brown starts back, comes up, makes the play, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. 2 runs come in on 4 hits, no errors. 2 runners are left on base. 5-2 for the Wasps.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Get ready to rev up your savings with Big O Tires. Whether you're looking for the best tire deals or unbeatable service specials, you'll find everything you need to keep your vehicle in top shape while keeping more money in your wallet. Blake Sweat, Jack Sam, and Eddie Bluth to lead it off here in the top of the 3rd inning. Wasatch leading 5-2. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second. Gave up 2 in the bottom of the second. And that's where we stand. Blake Sweat struck out looking to end the first. Comes in hitting over 400. He's going to swing at the first one, just a little bit behind still those pitches.
It took him a few at-bats to get warmed up on Tuesday, Tyler, but he got his timing back down, and I expect him to get on time here fairly soon in this game.
Coming in, hitting, or coming off a knee injury. Still 2 for 4. Working out of the windup for the first time is Mayo. Came in with guys on base. Sweat putting together a great senior campaign. 432, 15 RBIs, 6 extra base hits. The 1-1 swung on and fouled to the right side. Moves the count to 1-2. See the Luka appearance yesterday in Dallas, Ty? Scores 31 in the first half, 45 in the game.
Well, I saw the tribute that it looked like a guy who didn't want to leave Dallas.
Yeah, definitely. But then he took it out on him after.
Yeah.
The 1-2, that one swung on and fouled off, keeps the count at 1-2.
Three straight pitches here for Blake Ty that he's been just a little bit tardy. Just kind of watching the way he starts his motion with that front leg. And he has a little hesitation move that he does with his front leg with his timing. It just looks like it's a split second late on that type. He starts that just a hair earlier. I think that'll fix his timing issue.
This one misses high and inside. Blake ducks underneath it. It's now a 2-2 count. Leadoff guy here in the top of the 3rd. Back to the off speed. Protection swing. Fouls it off. Keeps the count at 2-2.
I always feel like that right there is a sign of a hitter who's locked in, Tyler. When you don't get a pitch you're looking for, but you can still just foul it off, live to fight for another pitch. It's a tough one for Blake to handle, and clearly not one he was necessarily looking for.
The 2-2, too far outside, fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jack Salmon on deck, grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Scored 3 times on Tuesday. This one swung on, a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Can't handle it. It's a single for Blake Sweat. And Wasatch has their leadoff guy on base. 5th hit of the day. Salmon 1 for 3 with a walk.
There was talk a few years ago about the Jazz trading for Luca Tai. You remember that?
No.
Kind of had some conversations about trying to go out there and get him, and no one thought it was doable. Didn't think the Mavs would trade him.
Jack Salmon's going to swing at the first pitch. Little broken back bleeder through the 3-4 hole. Blake Sweat's going to try to go from first to third. The throw's not in time, and the throw's going to allow Salmon to advance to second. Wasatch running all around the bases. It's now runners on second and third. Nobody out on back-to-back singles.
That's an example of what Wasatch didn't do in the bottom of that last inning against Springville. When Brown went home, and I talked about Dahl keeping that ball in front, Tyler, they just didn't start trying to throw it around too much. They just kind of kept it in front of them, made the other players go station to station. When you start making throws and you got guys running from 2 bases ahead, Tyler, it just allows the wheels to start really coming off, allowing Salmon to advance there. And it just changes the dynamic of the game. Now a double play ball, no longer intact. You've got a couple sac fly opportunities here that can push across a couple runs. That was an ill-advised throw from Springville to try to go to third base and let Salmon go to second.
It's going to bring up Eddie Bluth with runners on second and third. Nobody out. Bluth will swing at the first one, fouls it off. Bluth now in the series is 2 for 2 with 3 walks, 3 runs scored, has yet to get out in this series. It's an 0-1 count with Kyron Stocking on deck. Bluth on the left-hand side, Springville with the infield cutoff on the grass. Off-speed pitch is a good one, in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. Blake Sweat on third with a single, and then Jack Salmon with a single as well was able to advance to second on the throw. Second and third, nobody out. Mayo comes set out of the stretch. Long look at third. Delivers on the 0-2, goes upstairs. Bluth lays off of it. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, that one from the beginning, Tyler. You could see the lean from Springville's pitcher, Mayo. He just never was on balance. And those balls he's just not been landing for a strike. And you watch, when he lifts up that front leg, if he's leaning forward, he's just really struggled to throw the ball for strikes.
The 1-2 goes outside, keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There's that same lean again. When he slows down and lifts the leg up first rather than going forward first, he's just been a lot more accurate on the mound.
Ties up the count at 2-2. Good lead from Salmon at second with the infield Springville playing in on the grass. The 2-2 upstairs again. It's now full count for Bluth. Three balls, 2 strikes. Mayo, the payoff, goes inside, and that'll be ball 4. Second walk of the game for Bluth, and that'll fill up the bases for Kyron Stocking, who on the series 1 for 2, 3 walks, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Austin Brown, top of the order, on deck. Mayo comes set, working out of the stretch. Still with the bases loaded. The pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a base knock up the middle. Kyron Stocking with an RBI single. Bronner's going to try to score from second. The throw is off. A slide in is safe from Salmon. It's a 2 RBI single for Kyron Stocking. He now has 5 RBIs in the series. And Wasatch has a 7-2 lead.
Have we mentioned 7, 8, 9 being productive for Wasatch yet, Ty? Just feel like this has been the conversation all year long, and they just keep doing it over and over and over again.
13 runs scored now from 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the series as Blake Sweat and Jack Salmon both slide in safely. It's going to bring us to the top of the order to Brown, who's 0 for 2 today, grounded out to the second baseman, struck out in his second at bat. He'll take ball 1. Bluth on second, Stocking on first with still nobody out. Pitch swung on. This one's elevated to right field. And it's going to go foul for strike one. 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, Austin's kind of having a hard time waiting today, hasn't he? He's had a couple that he's ripped foul. Just needs a split second longer to let that get deep. I'll tell you what, he's got the power to hit it out to any part of the park here, Ty. He doesn't have to get that thing pulled down the line as tight as it's been. If he can just give it another half second longer, you can see some fireworks here. Semi-truck out there right now that you'd love to see him put that in the back of that trailer.
The 1-1 misses low. Moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike.
One of these freshmen doesn't look like the other.
Yeah.
Ty. When you look, Brown a freshman, Mayo a freshman on the mound. A little bit more mature from Brown in the box.
Springville getting some more action going in the bullpen. The 2-1 gets the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the top of the third.
2-2.
Long look at second, the 2-2. Swung on, elevated to center field. High fly ball. Center fielder should be able to come up, make the easy play. Does so. Bluth's going to draw a throw. Now we'll go back to second base. 1 away for the Wasps.
Kind of want to credit good baseball there when you see it, Tyler. I thought that pause from Mayo was really good. I was watching Brown's rhythm, Tyler, and it seemed like he got out of his rhythm by taking that extra beat to look at the runner on second base a little bit longer. And I was curious if Brown was going to take a timeout. It felt like a time for a hitter to maybe try to get a timeout there because it just seemed to throw off the whole momentum and the whole rhythm that the batter had. And I think he saw it on the swing there.
Here we have Braxton Fowler, who's 2 for 5 in the series, has 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs. Had an RBI double in his last at bat and scored. Another RBI opportunity here with 1 away. Those 2 runs Wasatch scored here in the top of the third. The first run scored without 2 outs on the board. First pitch of the AB is going to be swung on out in front. It's going to be elevated to the right side. Foul for strike 1. First and second. 1 away, an 0-1 count. Mayo comes set. Takes 1 look at second base. It's again an extended look. Now delivers. Fowler's going to lay down the bunt, but foul down the third base side. Now to move the count to 0-2.
Always like a good sneak drag bunt, don't you, Tyler? See if you can catch the other team off guard and got a chance to break this game wide open. If you can load the bases up by stealing a hit there, and that Grant and Micah sitting on deck and in the hole with a chance to drive in several runs. So Brax is no stranger to driving and runs himself here, Ty.
No. 0-2 the count. He's now up to 12 RBIs in on the season. Bluth looked like he was thinking about he was going to take third. Good job from the Springville defense of keeping him close. The pickoff move not in time. Actually gets into the outfield, but Bluth not able to advance. We'll keep the runners on first and second with an 0-2 count.
I thought for a moment there, Ty, when you were saying the 2 runs in this inning by Wasatch, you talked about it being first without being 2 outs. I thought you were going to go that they've scored nearly every inning in this series. Out of 9 innings played, Wasatch has scored in 7 of them against Springville.
This is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. A high hopper to second base. Second base bobbles. Ooh, that's one that's not necessarily on the transfer. They are going to call the runner out at second base. So runners now on the corners with 2 away, and that'll bring up Grant Mahoney.
That one's on your shortstop, Tyler. He's way too close to the second baseman to shovel that over the way he did with the glove. He just kind of darted it at him, and that poor second baseman doing everything he can to hold on there. That's one as a shortstop. You've got to toss up for the second baseman to see it and come across the bag and get that. That should have been a pretty easy double play, but the shortstop made that rough on the second baseman.
Grant Mahoney's 2 for 2 today, Ty. Single and a double to right center field and left field. Has a run scored, 2 RBIs on the game today. He'll take strike 1.
Yeah, he keeps creeping closer and closer to that 400 mark, Ty, which is really saying something considering he started the first 4 games of the season below 100.
It's going to be another ground ball up the middle, a hard ground ball that's going to bring in yet another run. 3 RBIs now for Grant Mahoney, and that is now 6 runs scored with 2 outs by Wasatch.
Probably the hottest bat on the team right now, Tyler, and it's hard to choose because you've got guys like Brown who are hitting over 400, Stocking who's over 400, Fowler over 400, but just the way that Grant's been swinging it, he's just probably the most locked in right now out of a team that is scoring consistently double-digit figures in a game.
How about 13 runs scored now, tied by 6, 7, 8, 9 in this series by Wasatch. Mike Adall's going to take strike 1. Runners on first and second are Fowler and Mahoney. Wasatch leading 8-2. Dahl so far 2 walks and a run scored in the game today. Hasn't seen a lot of strikes, and he'll take a ball there. 1-1 now the count.
Ty, these next 3 hitters for Wasatch, almost I'd say sneaky good pop. And with that fence brought in from left field, Mayo's not careful. The ball hovering over the middle part of the plate. You can see a good little firework here.
Ooh, nice pitch there from Mayo, just below the knees. He's called it for the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Dahl.
Dahl had a hit at Wasatch on Tuesday that certainly would have been out of this park, Ty. Hit one right to the base of the warning track in a pretty ferocious wind. See if we can get one to handle here.
Fowler really getting a good lead over at second base. Forces Mayo to step off the bag. Or, excuse me, the mound. Now back on. Wasatch likes to be aggressive in this situation. It's a 1-2 count, 2 away. Mayo, a long pause. And they're going to earn a balk here. Didn't see a tidy flinch out there on the mound.
Yeah, Ty, it was a little flinch, and Coach McCoy was on that early, Tyler. I mean, he was signaling to his runners to go up before the umpire had even called it. It's pretty obvious there.
It's a 1-2 now with runners on second and third for Dahl. Mayo comes set. And will deliver the 1-2. Fastball swung on, fouled behind us. And that hit a truck. Pretty solid, Ty, behind us.
Yeah, that's the risk of parking too close here to the baseball field. I think it's worth the extra couple minutes to walk in myself, Ty.
1-2 the count, still here to Dahl. Mayo delivers. Swung on. It's going to be a high chopper to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to have to get rid of it quick. Does get rid of it quick. Brings the first baseman off the bag, but does come down and gets the tag down in time. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Wasatch scores 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors in the inning, and 2 are left on base. It's 8-2 going into the bottom of the third.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the third brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of Best in State Donuts. It'll be Reed Dede, Torres Red for Springville, 4-5-6. Max Livingston still on the mound with the 8-2 lead. Now they're swinging a minute, or that one's swinging, fouled off into the catcher's glove. It's an 0-2 count. Driving by Deer Creek, Ty. It's a nice sunny day, filled all the way up. I think it's time to get the kayaks out and go.
Always smooth water out there, too. Cold water, Ty.
0-2. Now misses high for ball one. 1-2 now the count. The 1-2 goes upstairs for his strikeout number 4, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. First out of the inning here for Livingston and the Wasps.
That was good. I think they caught Didi looking for a breaking pitch. They went fastball, fastball, fastball. Third one they threw was an intentional high one, Ty. It was a little higher than I think the coaches wanted. But then I think Didi thought they were going back low and outside, kind of looking for that, and Max caught him off guard. Another heater up in the zone.
Both of these teams will start a series tomorrow. Springville will will host Orem. Wasatch will host Spanish Fork tomorrow at home. It's a 1-0 count here to Torres, who also struck out in his first at-bat. This is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Mahoney fields it cleanly, steps on the bag, 2 away. Phil, these are good innings for Livingston. Ty had a rough outing down in St. George in his last varsity outing, but Wasatch needs his arm in region play. Walked the first 2 batters, but then hasn't had a walk since those first 2 hitters.
Yeah, Ty, he's settling nicely. And you notice he's just very calm with his balance right there on the mound. Doing a good job, Tyler, with his first movement.
Ground ball on the first pitch to Bridger Shaw. Bridger Shaw throws it across the diamond. Hey, that's a 1-2-3 goose egg inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Wasatch up 8-2 going into the 4th.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Steel, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
It's game time!
Let's do it! Ready? Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
4th inning brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all. Add Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. They are your hometown team. It'll be Bridger Shaw, Blake Sweat, Jack Salmon. 5, 6, 7 up for Wasatch as they lead 8-2 here at Springville High School.
Yeah, we've scored in 5 straight innings against Springville, Ty. Dating back to last game. Offense has really been clicking here.
Shaw singled and brought in a run back in his first at-bat, flew out to right field in his second. He's going to swing at this one, and he's going to get it down the left field line. This will be extra bases. Pick him up, put him down for Bridger Shaw. He leads off the 4th with a double. Wasatch in business once again here in the top of the 4th. 4th double of the year for Bridger Shaw, who's now 2 for 3 on the day.
He's going to bring another mound visit out here, Tyler. Great way to start the inning. Get your leadoff guy on and see what you can do. Produce more, maybe make it 6 straight innings where Wasatch put a run across on Springville.
It gives us an opportunity to update some of the other Wasatch High School sports that are happening. We already talked about soccer, number 3 in the RPI. How about boys volleyball, Ty? 13-5, 5-1 in region play, currently coming in top 5 in the RPI. They're home against Cedar Valley today, so stop by the Nest at 6 o'clock for that one. And then they're also at home tomorrow for Mountain Ridge. J.J. Siri, 198 kills and 26 blocks on the season for the junior. Boys lacrosse, Ty, still continuing to have a hard time getting 2 wins in a row. They fell at Highland on Tuesday. They're number 16 in the RPI. Kind of a fun event happening tonight, Ty, at the Nest. UVU, who's currently ranked number 4 in the nation in lacrosse, is playing against Colorado State at Wright Tree Stadium. They were able to some connections down with UVU. And we've talked about this on the hockey side. And Ty, they announced, Ryan Smith must be tuning in to KTMP. He saw that they've announced 20 rinks that they're building throughout the state of Utah to try to build up the hockey, and I think lacrosse, UVU, doing the same thing. Like, a really good team. Let's get up to Wasatch where they have a big following. And so stop by Bright Tree Stadium tonight to see some really good college lacrosse. Again, the number 4 team in the nation in UVU taking on Colorado State.
That's incredible. I didn't realize UVU was that highly ranked in the nation, Ty. There's good lacrosse happening here in the western U.S. A lot of good players. We've seen a lot of good players come through Wasatch. That boys volleyball, we talked about that number 1 versus number 2 showdown against Maple Mountain, Ty. That happened on Tuesday. Unfortunately, that didn't go Wasatch's way. Maple got them. But the Wasp hoping to bounce back. There's never a shortage of things to do. When you start going through the list of items, there's a bunch of great opportunities tonight. After a good day at the ballpark at Springville here, Ty, should be done around 5 to 5:30. Got plenty of options. Go watch some lacrosse, go watch some volleyball. A few other things going on, too. Fun time of year.
So Van Sickle currently on the mound here for the Springville Red Devils. Started in right field, the number 3 hitter for the Red Devils. Going to pull up his stats. Ty didn't get a chance to while we were chatting.
Well, the umpire's going to give you a second here, Ty. You're going to make sure he's straight on these subs as well. You've got movement. You've got a new right fielder into the game, Ty, and I think everyone's trying to get on the same page for who that is.
Pretty sure they had taken Van Sickle out in order to get him warmed up because he came from the bullpen, right, when they made that change. So Van Sickle on the season. This is actually his first outing, Ty, that we've seen Van Sickle. So we'll see what he's got on the mound. Trailing 8-2, runner on second base, nobody out. Blake Sweat, big swing and a miss for strike 1. Good pitch to go after, right, Ty?
Yeah.
First pitch, expecting strike.
Not overpowering speed, too. Had a chance to get on time. Just missed it.
Brock Carlson, former Wasatch great shortstop, was very good at that time. I remember watching him 2 or 3 times at least jump on a first pitch against a new pitcher, put it over the wall. That one in for a strike as well. Now an 0-2 count.
And that's a good way to crush a new pitcher's confidence.
Yes.
Tyler, first pitch, put it over the fence, and then you've got a devastated pitcher.
Second strikeout of the game there for Blake Sweat. Went upstairs for a swing and a miss. 1 away. And that'll bring up Jack Salmon, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Singled through the 3-4 hole and grounded out to the shortstop. He's now 2 for 5 in the series with 4 runs scored. Also has a walk. 13 runs scored for Salmon. And Ty, he hasn't been a full-time starter, but got into the lineup kind of when Blake got injured and Hafen got injured. And in that short amount of time, he's been able to put up some runs.
Yeah, kind of quickly becoming one of those stories once you get your chance.
Right.
Never out of the lineup again. He's just been producing every chance he gets.
It's a 1-0 count with 1 away. Runner's going to go. A little hit and run action. Ball's going to drop. Jack Salmon with an RBI single. That's one of those where you're hoping that it stays down because Bridger Shaw had third base stolen easily. But when you rip a single to the right center field gap, all's good. And another run scored for Wasatch here in the 4th.
Yeah, Ty, you're right. That's one where you hold your breath if you're Bridger. Seeing that ball go. Didn't know if the steal was called or not. Normally when you steal, you're going to swing over one when it's 1-0. So that makes me think maybe Bridger was going on his own on that one. It all worked out for Wasatch, and now they've scored in 7 straight innings.
It's going to bring up Eddie Bluth, who again has yet to get out in this series. 2 for 2 with 4 walks and 3 runs scored. Pickoff move, not in time. Ooh, Salmon gets a mitt to the face there.
It was one of those caught in between slides.
Yeah,
Ty. He didn't get down all the way in the dirt. Was kind of crawling back in, and first baseman didn't go down to the dirt to tag him.
0-1. This one's going to be swung on. Shortstop makes a nice play, throws it to second. Shortstop back to first, not in time. Bluth is going to beat it out, but the fielder's choice ground out's going to make it 2 outs. Oh. Umpire in the field is going to say that Bluth made an attempt to go to second base, and so Springville scampers back, tags him, and they're going to call him out. Double play here for Springville. Coach McCoy's not happy, and they're going to have a little bit of a chat. Springville's already off the field. We'll go ahead and take a break.
I don't think this call's changing, Tyler. They're not going to change this call here, but
Wasatch leads 9-2.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy, dedicated to providing the highest quality education to students, making sure they are fully prepared for a successful career in the beauty industry. It's 9-2. Wasatch scores 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth to build a 9-2 victory. It's going to be 7-8-9 for Springville, and that's where they've been able to produce their runs. Oki's going to come up. Oki struck out looking in his first at bat. Fouls off the first pitch. Hanson on deck, and then Child in the hole. Livingston still on the mound for the Wasps, working out of the stretch. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the backhand side. Salmon slides, makes the play, throws it to first. What a play from the sophomore second baseman. Wasatch has one away.
You explained that well, Tyler. That was a fantastic play. It's really tough for the second baseman to get to that backhand side. And Jack, not only did he get there, Tyler, but he squared it up with his body too. So often you're just kind of reaching over with your backhand, and if it gets by, it's going to be by you easily. That ball, even if he doesn't square it up in the glove, it's going to hit his body and come back down. It was just good technique. Planted his foot quickly, threw a dart over. I just continue to be really impressed by his glove out there, Ty.
He made that look really smooth, too, Ty, and it made it look like not that big of a deal. Ball one. Hanson continues just to rip it, Ty, in the 8th spot for Springville. He gets another base knock. He had a double and an RBI in his first at-bat. He swings at this one and smokes it to center field. Now on the series, that is hit number 4. He is 4 for 6 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored.
Yeah,
Fifth hit of the day for Springville.
We talked here, Tyler, statistically, Child here coming up was their best hitter in the 9th spot at 391 coming into this series, but it's been Hanson. Hanson all the way has been their best bat in this series.
Child still looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. He did score a run in that first game. He flew out to left center field in his first at bat. Speed up runner here for the catcher. This one's going to be swung on. Shallow center field ball. Brown coming up, makes the play. Thinks about doubling up at first. 2 away for the Wasps. Speed up runner is Bradley Reed for Springville.
That was really good range from Austin, Tyler. I thought that ball was falling in off the bat. Not only did he get to it, but he got to it easily. Closed the gap, still on the run, had a chance at first if he wanted to take a risk, but he made that look smooth and simple.
It's going to bring up Lydiard, who had a hard hit single up the middle and brought in a run in his first at bat. Walked in his second at bat, walked in his first at bat. Left fielder, not a good batting average on the season, but good at bats here in this series. Takes ball 1, takes ball 2, and that one's going to get by the catcher, and that will allow Reed of Springville to advance to second base. And
Yeah,
Coach McCoy wants to call timeout and talk it over.
Just over here thinking about how good of a job Max has done, Tyler, since the first inning with those 2 walks. And he's been around the zone. Springville's been free swinging first, second pitches often. And over the last 2 innings, he's only had 13 pitches, Tyler, between and he's recorded 5 outs there on that. They just are swinging early, and Max is doing a great job being around the zone. That's a rarity in this one that got away from him behind the hitter.
It's a quick trip brought to you again by Mirror Lake Station. There is bullpen action for Wasatch. It's a 2-0 count here to the leadoff guy for Springville. Wasatch with a comfortable 9-2 lead. Livingston comes set, takes one look, delivers. It's going to be swung on, rope to the left center field gap. Brown going back, makes the play over the shoulder, and Wasatch gets out of the inning, gets another goose egg inning for Livingston. No runs on one hit, no errors. One runner's left on base, 9-2 going into the fifth.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun.